Okay, so my experience doesn't seem to be changing much. Groups are kind of still trial and error. With the holidays, it's been even more so kind of a toss up. Um, so, um, Even with all that, I did manage to make some progress. I have somewhat given up on trying to do 8 runs to get the 3 vault rewards. I've just been trying to get 4. Because the amount of time that you are putting in to successfully running 4 with all of the failed um, groups in between, it's about the same effort. So, um, and honestly, I'm fine with that. So at this point, I don't really think I need 3 rewards. It's just more of an option if the first 2 aren't great. So, um, and I've kind of given up. I was kind of hoping I could have finished this. I think I mentioned this before that I was kind of hoping I could finish this like in a shorter amount of time than I did during season 2, but kind of coming to the conclusion that with the current state of groups and everything, that's probably not going to happen. So I'm just kind of trying to make progress. However, I'm just going at it in a more laid back manner. So, um, yeah. So that's where we are. Getting there. Getting about now. I would be trying to get everything like 14 plus 14. Um, and also in addition with everything else, these 2 dungeons, these Dawns of the Infinite, these waste more time. Ironically, you just cannot get groups that know either one of these. Um, Finally, did manage to get Fall on a plus 12 during Tyrannical. Um, and then Rise, I had a plus 13 key. Tried it with a plus 13 group. Everyone was geared. Everyone had somewhat of a Mythic Plus score. So I thought, fine. Picked people that were at least around my item level, if not higher. Um, and the plus 13 run we didn't go well. We couldn't even get past the first boss. So, or no, yes, yes, I think we got past the first boss. It was the second boss we couldn't get past. Yes. So then did a plus 12 run. No, it was the first boss. Yeah, it was the first boss. Yeah, after we wiped first wipe on the first boss, um, a DPS left. So I made another group for a plus 12. We got all the way to the last boss, and then the unlike some groups I've had, this has happened a few times now, where we get to the last boss. For some reason, we have time. Um, for some reason, somebody just decides to leave. I don't know if we're not finishing within enough time for them or what exactly, but people just DPS, somebody tank, somebody, usually DPS, will just leave. Just right towards the end, we'll just leave. Um, Instead of that happening, we get all the way to the last boss, and the dungeon glitched out, which apparently has been a known problem for like a month now. So that was great. So, 1 DPS left. Everybody else stayed. We replaced them, reran it as a plus 11. Kind of breezed through it as a plus 11. So, there you go. And last week was bad with plus 14. You get all 3 modifiers, all 3 affixes. And last week was bad. It was a bad combination of things. So we tried. It wasn't so much that we were struggling with the what the affixes were that week or anything like that. It was the fact that people are going into like plus 13, plus 14 and have no idea of the mechanics. There's a big difference between going into like a plus 2, plus 3, and going into like a plus 13, plus 14. Because by that point, like if the group wipes plus 13, plus 14, there's a good chance you're not going to finish on time. Like you've lost that much time. Um, it's that close. So that being said, did kind of make progress. Again, kind of going with the working on the ones that were lower. So I wasn't pushing trying to do 14 or 13 because if I go overtime, I'm gonna want to run it again, and it just at that point it just becomes an effort somewhat in futility. So I don't want to keep running the same 1, 2, 3 times. So I'd rather run one at a little bit lower key. So if we do go over time, I can go one up. Try to get a group that will actually be able to complete it on time. So, yeah. Although not so much, not so much going over time as just not being able to finish them at all. So, okay, so that's what Narcissus looks like. Yeah, so as I said, I'll have 2 vault rewards. They'll both be 473. Reset just happened, as you can tell, as you may have guessed. Well, there's a trinket I haven't seen in a while. Ooh, haste and mastery, but it's not more haste. That could be helpful. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and grab the trinket. And then I will see. Dawn of the again. I swear keys are proportionally randomizing towards one of those 2 dungeons. So I will go see what I can upgrade now. Okay, so I am still leaning towards trying to get a bit more critical strike. Haste seems to be fine. I think more critical strike would probably be beneficial. I'm also starting to wonder if maybe I have too much versatility. But I don't really know if that's possible, considering what it does. So, where did the trinket go? Oh, it's right there. Isn't it? No, it's right there. There we go. Apparently, oh, I guess it wasn't better than the, I guess that's why I didn't use it. And it didn't have speed, so there you go. Yeah. I hate to lose avoidance. I'm really thinking the music box has probably taken me about as far as it can go. Because I'm looking at recount and it's just not as high of a... not as much healing as it's been. However, as I said, I'm going to put, since I have both of these, since I finally got both of these for the first time ever on one character, I'm going to put together like a time walking gear set. I think that could be fun. And they work really well together. One does damage, one does healing. So I think in some dungeons, depending on what the time walking week is, that could be helpful. So this I'm taking it can't be upgraded any further. Oh no, it can. Okay. Well, hang on here. So what has critical strike? Okay, that. Well, I guess what can I actually upgrade? So haste and mastery. It might just be the trinkets, so that's fine. I have no complaints about that. It was super helpful in Battle for Azeroth, so. What about the other trinket? Oh, the other one I can upgrade. I'm fine with that. Yeah, more Wardens, because there are so many things that have AoE, especially in the Dawn of the Infinite dungeons. So, yeah. So there you go. A little bit of a shorter one this time. They've really got to do something with the whole upgrading system. That has been mentioned. What do I need to run? Plus 11 to plus 15. Plus 16. 6 to 10. Yeah, I've not had good luck with gear this week, or last week, so. So. Okay, well there you go. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.